week one game in the Hive, and we are playing Matt in a trilogy matchup. We beat him in season. Actually, I don't know if we played season two, um, but I beat him. I beaten him before, and then we had a rematch last season. Um, he won off like a fire blast miss and yeah, or something like that. I think he won off the fire. He was the he was a Haxie game. I remember. I think he was a fire blast miss and a max roll that he won off of. But we're trying to avenge that loss in a week one game in Kakuna as we both moved up the division from Weedle where we were last season. So here, looking at his team, he had a Togekiss, and I really expected him to bring it. I had a couple mocks for this game. In every single mock I had, Togekiss came. In this team in particular, Delphox came in one of my mocks. Megalopony, I think, came in all my mocks. Weevil came in most. Pex came in all. Magnezone, I think, came in like all but one. And Donphin, I don't remember in any of my mocks. So it was a little bit of a different team. Not exactly what I expected, but I thought it was actually better because Togekiss is actually kind of a pain in the ass for me. So I decided to lead off with Rhyperior because I was going to lead Scarflando. Or not Scarflando, some like soft sand Lando originally, and then I decided it's pretty terrible. I'm gonna like have a weakness policy Rhyperior. Well, it goes Delphox, I'm a Rhyperior, and I'm just like I'm gonna switch into Lax because it's just easy. As he goes into Donphan, and that tells me he probably doesn't have a move for Rhyperior. So here I know he's gonna get up free rocks, but I'm gonna go into Steela as he can't touch this, and I can get up a free sub. Getting some chip on and getting Leech Seed because I have Leech Seed and Z Air Slash and a Flamethrower. So he's going to get off that Flamethrower and I'm going to miss the Leech Seed. But it's not too big of a deal. I don't mind too much. It just makes it so the rocks are a little bit annoying. So I'm going to go into Snorlax. He's going to get off that Flamethrower. I'm pretty sure that he's like a choice item. I think Scarf maybe because of the damage, and it doesn't show like Life Orb or anything else. So to me, that told me that. So then I body slammed his Donphan, and he goes into his Magnezone as I click Recycle, and it fails because I expect him to attack again. And now he goes Thunderbolt, so that activates my Aqua, and I'm gonna Earthquake here. And I'm pretty sure I recycle the next turn as he decides that he's gonna go straight into Weavile, which is a smart play because he can just knock this off and stop the Aqua. So he's going to do that, and I'm just going to get off the free body slam, which I think puts it like in range of like 2 or 3 life orbs. So he's going to pursue this, make sure it dies off. Leaving my Delphox checks to be pretty much Rhyperior now because he actually doesn't have a move for it, as you revealed earlier. So now he's going to knock off my Rhyperior, I think trying to get off like a weakness policy or something. So I just decided to get up my rocks there, and I know the next thing I can do is just go into Buzzhole on his ice move and let him talk to Life Orb. But that might have been a risky play in a way later on. So I go into Rhyperior here as I don't think he has a move for it. And he's going to click Flamethrower, and that's going to put it at 32, and I think he's still choice at him. So he's going to go into Donphan here. I probably should have made a different play, but I Earthquaked. But I know I have a free switch into Celesteela as he's going to go for another Earthquake, and that was a pretty obvious play. He should have really Rapid Spinned, I guess. So now I know I get a free sub right here. And if he did go into Delphox, I can always just Z Air Slash this if he doesn't predict it. So he doesn't predict it, and that allows me to just Z Air Slash it, and that brings it down, making Buzzhole look really good now, unless he's like Bounce Megalopony. Now it goes into Magnezone, which you revealed check on earlier. So apparently he thinks I'm not like a max speed Sally or something like that, but I am. So I'm just going to knock that out with a Flamethrower. And that puts me 5-3. So he's going to go into his Lopunny and pretty much, he can just revenge me. He knows he can. But he goes Fake Out before he actually does anything, just in case he misses this, but he's not going to miss. So now I'm going to go into Galvantula, which is a Chillon Berry set. Because even if he has Return, I can get a Thunder off, and that'd be pretty nice. So he goes into Donphan, interesting play, as I go for Thunder. And here, I'm going to set up my webs, just hoping he doesn't click rapid spin. I should have just energy balled there, but I made a misplay. So I'm gonna energy ball. He's obviously gonna go for the rapid spin, but he's left on 2%. So I really should have done the play earlier and just kept my chilling berry around. So that was a big misplay on my part. So he's going to rapid spin here, but the chilling berry comes in clutch and it actually allows me to live the rapid spin and at least get the kill on this Donphin, which really doesn't matter in the end. But through this, actually does take away his ability to fake out on Megalopony, anything else. So now here I'm just going to roost, but that was a risky. This is where it was risky to do the play earlier, because if he actually clicked return there, there was a potential if he got like a really high roll to kill me, and that would have been GG. But instead, I'm going to click Roost here, and he's going to go into Toxapex, but which is the better play anyways, in a sense, because I could have been Scarfed. So now I'm just going to click Taunt. Just make sure he doesn't like Toxic me or do something stupid. Haze, especially Haze. So I'm going to bulk up, and he's going to Scald. He's going to burn me, which is not unfortunate. Let's just put it that way. He's going to knock off me, and you're going to see the Silk Starf. I'm just bulk up, Roost, Taunt. So you can kind of tell where this is going to go. And I'm just going to keep doing that. And yeah, eventually he just clicks fake out. And then he decides, I should go back into Pex. There's no crit there. So now I'm going to knock that out with a Facade. And that pretty much is the end. I mean, unless he gets a crit return. But then, yeah, that would really suck. But he tells me after the game that he actually doesn't have return. So there was no way that he could have really won this. So I think it was a good game overall. The only bad thing about it was missing the Lychee, but that didn't really matter. And I did make a bad play on Galvantula by clicking Sticky Webs, and I'm not just knocking out the Donphin. So that was another bad thing, but I don't really care. So yeah, I think it was a good week one, but I think there's a much harder road ahead that I'm going to need to keep up more momentum for. So yeah, it's all hard work, and see you guys. We're just going to have to keep up this run.